Hello, welcome to the Cooking with Friends program. Today we are going to be making some chicken fajita kits. And to start off, we're going to start with preparing our meat and our seasoning for our chicken fajita kits. So our seasoning is going to start with 2 tablespoons of chili powder, a tablespoon of salt. I know this seems like a lot of ingredients, but we do have a lot of chicken because you're going to end up with 3 fajita kits for your family. We've got a tablespoon of paprika. Let's make sure we get it all out. We have some chicken base. We have onion powder, garlic powder. We have cayenne pepper, a little spice in there. And we will make sure to get it all out. We have some crushed red pepper, and we have some cumin. Now, if any of these spices your family don't like, you're free to change it up, or if you have your own fajita seasoning mix that you like, you are more than welcome to use that one. So we're just gonna get this all mixed up. And you'll notice right here, I have a bowl that has 12 boneless, skinless chicken breasts cut up, and they're in a thin slice, you can see. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna pour our spice mixture over our chicken. Now you can tell today have rubber gloves on. You can also use a pair of tongs, and what we're gonna do is just kind of mix this all together. Get this spice mixture. So you can see it's very messy, and this is one reason why I'm wearing gloves today, is that way I can get my hands down in there. Again, when you're dealing with chicken, especially when you're having to cut up so much chicken, make sure that you have your countertops clean. Anything that has touched the raw chicken, you cleaned it very well, and that you don't cross-contaminate. So make sure your knife and your cutting board is clean before you start cutting up your onions and peppers, which we'll talk about in our next step. So you can see I've got this all very evenly mixed up. And what we're going to do now is, I have 3 quart size freezer bags here, is we're going to just evenly divide the mixture between these 3 bags. So again, you don't have to be very specific. You don't have to weigh it out or anything. Just very evenly divide it between the 3. You'll notice that I have turned down the edges of the Ziploc bags to make it a little easier to put my meat in, so the top of the bags don't get very messy. And we'll finish this off. While I finish this off, we're going to stop for just a second. We'll be back in a minute, and we're going to do some cleanup, and we're going to talk about how to get your vegetables ready for your fajita kits. All right, we've cleaned up our counter, and I've washed my hands, so now we're going to go back and get our vegetables ready. You can see we have some already sliced here. You're going to need 3 green bell peppers, 3 red bell peppers, and 3 onions. The recipe suggests yellow, but if you prefer white, that is your choice. One thing to note is I have a couple that we haven't sliced because I thought I'd show you a very simple way to cut a bell pepper. Again, we're cutting these in strips, so what I find it's very easy to do is just go along the top and cut down on your red bell pepper like this, and you can see you can just end up with the top and bottom. It's very easy, very non-messy. And what we're going to do here is now I'm going to do a claw method, and we're going to very quickly cut these in very even strips. You want to be sure, and you can see I'm just kind of using the knife as a pivot, and I'm using my fingers to kind of push those the bell pepper in there. Is we want to get these cut into even pieces, that way they cook evenly. So, you know, it might not turn out the first time or first few times you cut them, but with practice you'll get there. So there is our red bell pepper, so we'll add that to the stack. The next is our onion. Onions, you know, can make us cry, so we're going to try to do this real quickly and hopefully not have the problem. Again, we're doing these in slices. I like to cut off the top and the bottom of my onion, and then kind of remove the outer paper of the onion. Sometimes I get a layer of the actual onion, but that's okay. And just pull that off, and then you're left with your onion that you're going to use. And what I like to do is just cut it in half. And again, using the same technique, just very quickly cut these into some nice strips for us. And we'll do the other half. Again, now if your family does not like bell peppers or onions, you are more than welcome to use any other type of vegetable in these fajita kits that you would like. The other thing to say is this one recipe can be kind of costly. So one thing you might do is look for when the grocery store has your bell peppers on sale is to stock up and plan on making your fajita kits, or when boneless, skinless chicken breasts are on sale, you can stock up. So now you can see I have 3 quart-sized Ziploc bags that are freezer. We're going to evenly divide the onions into the 3 bags. Again, you know, don't be specific as to how many onions. Again, just eyeball it. Don't have to get your measuring spoon out and do that. And we're going to do the same with our green bell peppers. And again, we're getting very close to being done. So you can tell that this recipe, once you get all your produce prepped, can be very quick. And then lastly, we're going to put in our red bell pepper. So we're going to throw those in there. And again, once you get these all put together, this recipe, you'll put it in the freezer, you'll thaw it in the fridge, and then you'll cook it in a hot skillet, the meat first, then the veggies. The veggies will be wilted a little bit because they would have been frozen. And so what you can do, and they might have some water, drain it off before you add to your skillet. So now what we're going to do, seal them up, squeeze all the air we can get out of them. Make sure we keep all the veggies in there. And you can see we have the meat. Let me get these bowls out of the way. We have our 3 bags of meat. And what you're going to do now, once you get all the air, is you're going to take a gallon Ziploc bag that has been labeled with what it is and how many it serves. This recipe will serve 4 to 6. You'll put your meat in there, kind of flatten out your veggies, put that in there, seal it up, and this will be ready for the freezer. Again, these are the chicken fajita kits from the Cooking with Friends program. We hope you enjoy.